Okay, but let's come once again to the top 5 counting trends at the moment in the big Delhi battle. The Aam Aadmi Party has comfortably crossed the halfway mark, is heading towards a potential 2/3 majority once again. AAP is leading in more than 50 seats out of the 70. Early poll trend suggesting Kejriwal will retain power. He himself is leading in his New Delhi seats. The BJP, though, is on course to get more seats than 2015, is in double digits as of now. The Congress leading in just a single seat, being almost completely wiped off Delhi's map once again. 54-15-1 is the story at the moment.
Ballimaran, the only constituency where the Congress is leading right now in the Chandni Chowk segment. 9 leads for the Aam Aadmi Party, 1 for the Congress. Mr. Bagga will be disappointed, Rajdeep. He's back. He's trailing again in Harinagar constituency. So that goes out of the way for the Bharatiya Janata Party. 15 for the BJP, largely coming in from the northeast constituency, from the west constituency, West Delhi constituency. Parvesh Verma playing possibly an important role there. And also a couple of leads from the South Delhi constituency for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Aam Aadmi Party poised, if you look at it, all across, spread across the map of Delhi. And Sandeep Shastri was making a very, important point. Look at the leads, large 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 leads, 10 leads, in fact, for the Bharatiya Janata Party coming in from the periphery of the national capital. Bordering states, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, where the BJP is doing well.
Yes. If you see, Bhavana is switching from BJP to Aam Aadmi Party to BJP. That one of the 5 seats in 2015 where there was a margin of 50,000, and this was the place where you actually saw resonance for the Bharatiya Janata Party.
In fact, what you're going to see increasingly possibly is that the BJP leads are narrow leads at the moment. Where the AAP is leading, they're leading well, and those are coming from New Delhi, Chandni Chowk, the heart of the city. Let's just go and quickly on the EI look at what I think will give you a sense of how Delhi is looking at the moment. This is what we call the retain ratio. Remember, 67 out of 67, the AAP is leading at the moment in 53, is losing in 14 seats at the moment. What is happening in the so-called swing seats of Delhi? And this is the interesting part. If you see, the BJP is in the periphery of Delhi. But if you go into the heart of the capital, it is AAP all the way. It's the periphery where the BJP is doing reasonably well. Let's look at the margin calculator. How many seats at the moment is the margin? Less than 1,000 votes last time. This was, of course, what happened in 2020. It's still too early to look at that margin calculator at this moment. If we look at the stronghold scanner in Delhi, these are the AAP stronghold seats. Some of them are going to the BJP. 4 out of the 27 AAP strongholds are going to the BJP. Take a look at the BJP stronghold. The BJP is retaining the 1 seat of Vishwas Nagar, OP Sharma. But they are picking up, I want to come back to this, they're picking up 4 of the BJP seats at the moment, interestingly. And that is why the BJP has some reason to feel a little satisfied at the moment. But the overall seat matrix is very clear. AAP 53, BJP 16 and the Congress 1. And if you look at the map of Delhi, as Ankit was pointing out, it's the periphery where the BJP is doing well. New Delhi, South Delhi, Chandni Chowk, the heart is completely going with AAP green. A little bit of blue there is Ballimaran in Chandni Chowk.
Rajdeep, Ankit. Another seat which the BJP has now added, and that is why their lead has gone up to 16 now, is Kondli. Kondli is a very important seat, interesting seat as well. There is a strong Congress candidate, and the candidate from the Aam Aadmi Party, Manoj Kumar Monu, he's the same man who was embroiled in that controversy of that the Shaheen Bagh shooter, in fact. He was seen in that picture, was the man who was seen of, getting that man and few people around him into the Aam Aadmi Party fold in 2019. So he's trailing right now. There is a strong Congress candidate, a few pockets of the minority vote there as well. That seems to be the factor as far as the
But Swapan, when these numbers are looked at, there will be those within the BJP who will say, what's gone wrong in New Delhi, South Delhi, Chandni Chowk? I mean, this is the heart of the national capital. It's the periphery which is saving the BJP from another rout.
As I said, I think there are 2 factors, which is that why the disconnect between the old traditional Delhi, number 1, and number 2, is there a disconnect with the middle class? These are the 2 questions.
No, the second one is an important one, the disconnect with the middle class. Do you actually believe that the middle class 7 months later would switch so sharply from Mr. Modi to Mr. Kejriwal, or is it the same voter who says Modi for Lok Sabha, Kejriwal for Vidhan Sabha?
Absolutely. They have said Modi for Lok Sabha and Kejriwal for Vidhan Sabha, but the question is, why didn't they say BJP for Vidhan Sabha? They have to ask that question. What was lacking for them to not say BJP for Vidhan Sabha?
Yes,
That's
Rahul.
the question.
Rajdeep, I think you have to, in a state like Delhi, where people have 2-3 times over the last 5 elections given different preferences, you cannot make the last election as a benchmark for the current election, because it's now a trend in Delhi. You have Vidhan Sabha, Lok Sabha, MCD, Lok Sabha, Vidhan Sabha, all different results. I think that's why this election should be compared to the last election. And I think one important point is Arvind Singh Lovely, Rajdeep, is a very interesting case study. He is the man who introduced the point system in schools to ease the pressure on schools. He is the man who was behind the regularization of 1,000 colonies. He brought the low floor buses, but he's not getting the vote. I think leadership and packaging is now
He's
more
also with
important.
the Congress party. Remember,
Yeah.
the Congress party itself, by all indications, will remain in a single-digit vote share given these numbers at the moment. And it's the decline of the Congress that has gone, that vote has gone
Development
almost
factor-
wholesale
development
to the
factor
Aam
has
Aadmi
lost
Party.
its
The Aam Aadmi Party is taking the Congress vote, but significantly taking a chunk of the BJP middle-class vote, who's saying, I want Modi for the centre, but I want Kejriwal in Delhi.
So if you look at the areas that you're talking about, very important here. One man, Ramesh Bidhuri's worked very well for the BJP. Also the areas where Harshvardhan is a leader. So the BJP therefore has to rethink its leadership strategy, pitching the Purvanchali at the forefront, whereas the bulk of the Purvanchali living in unauthorized and unplanned irregular colonies have gone to the AAP. The BJP ipso facto...
Let me show you this. The moment you are in semi-urban,
Yeah.
the battle gets a little tougher.
Tough.
AAP is 9, BJP is 4. Go to urban Delhi, and here it is 44 place 12.
Yeah.
So here you are 3-1. In semi-urban, you are 2-1. I think that makes an important distinction.
Yeah.
The Aam Aadmi Party is doing much better with
In
urban,
urban.
which is, remember, 60% of the city in urban areas lives or in either unauthorized colonies or in Jhuggi clusters. So there is a large population there, and the AAP dominates that. But in semi-urban, where people have their land rights, it is much more difficult in a way for the Aam Aadmi Party to completely decimate the BJP in this election. So much more normal in that sense in the periphery. Yes.
Rajdeep, like Rahul said, after 2 clean sweeps in Lok Sabha elections, the AAP has come back in the State Assembly election. So that difference is very, very visible, very, very clear. I think the BJP also has suffered this time with a lack of a leader at the state
Face.
level, no chief ministerial face,
Yeah.
still relying on the national leaders to win the election. That also has impacted. And the point Shwapanji made, that the middle class seems to have moved back to the AAP, I think is an important point, because the middle class is looking at delivery of local services, and that clearly has helped.
I take your point.
Rajdeep,
We had
also
8
migratory.
we had 8 bellwether seats. The AAP as it stands is leading in 7 of them, and those are interesting seats at the moment. Take a look at Timarpur. Interesting seat at the moment, AAP holding on to it. The only one at the moment where the BJP would seem to be doing reasonably well is the seat we had Patel Nagar, all of which are going to AAP. Model Town, AAP holds on. Malviya Nagar, AAP holds on. Madipur is the one where the BJP is
Madipur.
leading. So this is the one seat. Madipur is the one seat in the bellwether 7 seats where the BJP is leading.
Exactly. Timarpur, as earlier he was, in fact,
The BJP was leading, now
BJP
it's
was
the AAP
leading,
again.
it's back to Aam Aadmi Party. Madipur from the Aam Aadmi Party back to the BJP. Madipur, remember the last time Aam Aadmi Party won with a huge margin, 57% of the vote went to the Aam Aadmi Party candidate. They are as of now trailing on that seat. Pooja Shali.
It's an SC/ST seat. You know, Rajdeep, I went to Madipur. What's really
It's a reserve
interesting,
seat, yeah.
it's a reserve seat. On top of it, it borders Shakur Basti. Shakur Basti is the health minister's constituency.
Yeah.
He campaigned extensively in Madhurpur. It's also a seat which I said SC/ST, the kind of delivery it should get, all below low income group. It's full of jhuggis. You go there, it's full of jhuggis. Yet you have a BJP which is coming up there.
Okay, so
A constituency which was campaigned heavily by the health minister.
Let's
Borders
very
his
quickly
constituency.
go across to Pooja Shali, my colleague who is joining us from the Aam Aadmi Party headquarters. Pooja, 53 as of now, well below what the Aam Aadmi Party was hoping for. The Chief Minister also said that he's expecting about 65 seats, but they are comfortably above, way above the halfway mark. So celebrations there. What is happening? Okay. All right, I've just been told that there is some problem with that line. We'll try and reconnect with Pooja Shali. 16 for the BJP, 54 for the Aam Aadmi Party. The lone seat that the Congress was leading in the Chandni Chowk segment, that was Balli Maran Harun Yusuf. The lead is gone. So the Aam Aadmi Party has taken that from the Congress
So the
party.
Congress is down to a 0-0 as of now.
They're consistent as of now. From
Well,
their
they're the only party which is not growing at the moment.
You know,
Look,
Rajdeep,
and I think the decline of the Congress is a story within a story. A party which was dominating Delhi for 15 years is declining. Pooja